parents. So tomorrow, Wednesday, the students are going to be doing a smelling experiment, and this is going to be during independent work time after we see Mrs. Ducarme at 1 o'clock. So because it's independent work, they're going to have to do it on their own, and I need your help to get the experiment ready. So what you need to do, if you look through their science booklet, the stapled one for senses, you will see 2 pages that they're going to use for the experiment. This one is pretty much for you. So what you're going to be doing is choosing 6 things that you have around the house that have a smell to them. You want some of the smells to be pleasant and maybe some of the smells to not be pleasant. And you're going to create 6 different little smells. And the thing that we want them to do is not use their sense of sight, not use their sense of touch, only use their sense of smell to see if they like the smell and if they can guess what the smell is. So tomorrow they're going to be filling in this activity. We've been talking about hypothesis and what making a hypothesis means. It's making a guess. So they're going to be making a guess. They're going to say whether they like the smell or not, and then you will reveal what the smell is for them. So to prepare this, you're going to need 6 little containers. So that could be anything from something like this with a lid on it. You want lidded containers or sealable containers. Tupperware containers work really well. Like a cup with some tin foil on the top of it. Little canisters, pill bottles work really well. Something small that has a lid, and preferably opaque so they can't see through it. If you don't have anything that's see-through, if all you have is like glass containers or see-through Tupperware, then just have them cover their eyes or put a blindfold over them so they can't use their sense of sight. Will make it a little bit more challenging for them. And then what you're going to do is stick a smell in each of the 6 jars. So you do want 6 of them because on the sheet there are 6. And some different things that you could use. Something that lots of people have in their house is vinegar. So taking a container and then maybe a little cotton ball or a tissue and soak it in vinegar, pop it in the container, put the lid on it, it seals the smell in there. We know how pungent vinegar is, so when you take the lid off and they take a smell, whoa, that's a great one. So vinegar is something we have in our house. Some of us do. Pickle juice. So if you have a jar of pickles, if you don't have vinegar, that's something else that's really pungent. Any sort of baking things, so like vanilla extract, if you have that, or almond extract, or any of the extracts. Again, put a drop or 2 on a cotton ball, pop it in here, and pop it in your container, seal the lid. That's a great one. If you have any essential oils, those are great too. Anything like this are great too, just a drop or 2 on a cotton ball in a container. You might even have something like peanut butter. Peanut butter has a really strong smell. You don't need a cotton ball, just put a little bit of peanut butter in your container. If you have some spices that kids would recognize, so maybe garlic or garlic clove, you could have in there. If they know cinnamon, that's a good one to put in there. Be careful with inhaling cinnamon. That's a bit of a dangerous thing. So if you do have cinnamon, I would advise maybe mixing it with something or a stick of cinnamon so they can't accidentally inhale the cinnamon. If you have anything minty, like a candy cane or peppermint, something like that, that's a smell they probably would recognize. If you have perfume or cologne, that's a good one to use. Obviously, that's fairly fragrant. Certain types of soaps might have a really strong scent to them that they might be able to recognize. We want to give them scents that they're familiar with. So something that they've never smelled before probably wouldn't be a good idea, because we are having them guess in the hypothesis. Okay, so if you could, for tomorrow, you can do it with them or beforehand for tomorrow, but I am going to tell them tomorrow, Wednesday, independent work 4, go ahead and do your activity. So it would be great if it was all ready for them. And if you set out your 6 containers with your smells in them, you can blindfold your kids or just ask them to keep their eyes closed. You want them to sniff and then fill out the sheet. So I'm guessing that this is vinegar. I don't like the smell. Oh, let's look. You're right. It is vinegar. I was right. Okay. So if you could prepare those 6 containers, smelly containers for them for Wednesday after lunch, so you can even do it on Wednesday if you like, but it would be great if they were all ready for them. They could do that assignment, and then at the end of the day on Wednesday, we'll talk about it. Thanks so much for your help. I always appreciate it. Questions, let me know. I'm here.